Thank you for tuning in with Enchantress. That's me, the Babbler. That's me on this evolutionary uprise of a spree. These cards are calling out to me. These are kind of new for me, so I don't know the what each card means. So I would read them out of the book and stuff. But interruptions meant to trigger frustrations within me whenever it is that I try to record and then I have to stop, or someone decides to call. I know that I can take care of that by like blocking all calls, but you know, phone never rings. I'm just kidding. Only when you don't want it to. I'm just kidding. But so I was talking about the energies that are heavy right now all around, especially in Piscean season period. And that's me coming over your shoulder, over my shoulder, over my shoulder. I don't know why this is standing up, but let's see what that means. Over your shoulder. Those recurring patterns in your life, okay, that's good. Throw them overboard. Exactly. Whoever said those who cannot remember the past are condemned to repeat it was full of bunk. You only repeat patterns when you continue to stare at them. Maybe somebody needs to hear this. You get hypnotized and then act them out. Take one last look back, if you must, and then say sayonara for good. Which is kind of like the energy's about. And the other video that got interrupted, I was saying about the newbies starting to like awaken, you see, and how overwhelming that can feel like or be in regards to feeling the tsunami of effects that emotionally inner trigger us in many kind of different ways that it's a lot to deal with, and especially for the newbies that are not even associating their current like awakening of an experience as an awakening. So imagine how it is that they're interpreting all of this overwhelm as like overwhelm, like anxiety, like stress, you know. And a lot of the things that are coming up that I am even just seeing is still a lot of like, you know, I know the other day I spoke about the jadedness that exists deep down due to all the disappointments in life that we have may experienced and stuff like that, that may have contributed to a certain level of thinking. Did I write this or did I speak this? I don't even remember, because I spoke about it and I wrote about it as well. So hold on. Knock. Hold on 1 second. That was calling out to me. So yeah, so you know, I was talking about that kind of stuff. But imagine being awakened with no like instruction manual to go over about all the kind of things that can take place or that will be triggered for you to feel, or the things that the scenarios in your life that you could be experiencing that are like that can go and tie into this kind of spirituality of, you know, awakening. And remember, when we go back to another video that I spoke about, I said spirituality is just your connection with yourself. Like, know thyself to be truth, okay? That connection to source that exists from within you, the portal that is you. So, knock knock, must be true. No, you aren't hearing things. The universe is sending signs and guidance. Divine messengers, probably even neon billboards. Couldn't be a better time to answer the door and see who's coming and knocking, okay? So yeah, a lot of knock knocks are happening all around, and it's interesting to observe and see or even experience as it's occurring, you know. So that's how I felt earlier yesterday. Yesterday was like even though I spoke, there was a huge like silence to my entire like makeup, like I was in quiet mode, what you would call like, or hermit mode or something like that. And today's, even though I woke up much more like hyper and bright than I did yesterday, due to these like energies that are also, you know, just influencing our environment. There was like a, I don't want to say a calm before the storm, because then I guess people thinking something bad's gonna happen. And but there's like this calm, and I think it's reflective. It's causing this extreme energy of silence that's influencing the masses, whether they realize it or not, to just be a little bit more quiet. And that's reflective. Now, what a person does in that quiet is entirely, like, you know, up to them. But for those that are listening, because there's just so much going around, it can seem or feel or sound rather chaotic. There's a lot of having to still face a lot of your fears that are coming up, and the more that you resist the confrontation that you must do in order for it to be transmuted, in order for it to be understood, in order for you to heal through and deal through and rise up and move through and take that next step forward, you are going to have to face certain things that are just coming up for you, that is revealing themselves to you. That's going to be the initiation process for you newbies all around. Being brave to take that first initiated step that is scary. It's the mustard seed of faith that is being asked of you, so that you can slice through and get to the other side. So it's like taking the sword and sacrificing your old life. Positive news is coming, okay? I said this in one of the other videos, messages too, so positive news, which is great. And creating harmony through balance. This came up too, so that's another good thing. But I really am going to, I said I wasn't going to do a long video. I guess this one had to be about the newbies and their initiation. If you're new to all of this and you happen to stumble upon here, even though a lot of my other videos may leave you like this babbling here, like what, my dears? Your evolution is quite clear. The temptation that you face at this present time is the slip back into that sleeper mundane life you once occupied. The temptation is to allow the heartache and loss, as opposed to pretending it doesn't exist. As opposed to not dealing with it, which is the most easiest thing to do. a lot of heartache and loss that you should allow yourself to mourn through, especially old conditioning and patterns and relationships and mindsets and realities that do not align with you now. The temptation you face is to slip back into those old pattern of ways that still have you tied to them now, today. The temptation is like allowing yourself to still engage in something that was from a different page or stage that no longer applies. The temptation comes into focus. So reflexive work. The sacrifice into your own initiated steps. It's going to feel like a sacrifice. Don't let the word spiritual make you roll your eyes and be like, spiritual. It's like new age hippies. Spiritual. If you're not spiritual, you don't have to be. But get into the to the shift of what I am saying spirituality is all about. It's about to know thyself to be true. So whatever other ideas of spirituality you have that you tie to like religious beliefs or like doctrines and like just, you know, all that other kind of shebangs, gods, goddesses, like whatever, you know, source, whatever. This has nothing to do with that. This has to do with you being realist and truest to yourself at this point in time. This now. The truth is speaking loud, and the more that you keep on resisting, the more things that are going to cause disruption in your life, the more you're going to feel sick. The more, you know, things are just not going to go your way. The more resistance you give into, like, that not wanting to initiate and take that next step. In wisdom. With wisdom. For yourself. For your health. Patience. And the whole process. Patience is needed for the whole process. Everything takes time. You are the decider at that time. You are guaranteed victory and success. Which is great. Through your own patience and planning. Okay? Your own initiated steps. Look at that. That even looks like steps, even though it's 2 pillars, but still. Power. Harmony. Wow. Aligning with the perfect partnerships and alliances that are most suitable to you, for you, through you. You make those steps. To be so conscious in these effects, to know that you put in that these initiated steps to align with your best, that you create the harmony that you need, because you have the power within you, the light that you see. Filming the wishes too. Through your own patience and planning. Wow, look at, I'm just picking up recognition and reward. Self-recognition and reward. Rejoice and celebration. Be mindful about the energies that you tend to freaking hang yourself there with and focus on. You have a choice on what you think about. You have a choice on what you feel about. You have a choice about what you do. You have a choice about what is really truth for you. You have a choice, always. Okay. Throat chakra. I'm still working on my throat chakra, even though I talk a lot. I still, even now, the things that are being, brought up for me in my current now, the inner power that is like, bow, that wants to just, align with my shrine and be as authentic as I can be in all my feelings, and still the difficulties that I have in expressing myself to others, mostly, that I know I want to, or I know I have to. Anything, I don't force anything, but it's just still the conscious awareness that even I have during my most difficult of times, in my own growth and development, with my own speaking. Some of you may be like, I speak all the time. Maybe you need to address what you're speaking about. Do they align with your mind, body, heart, and soul? Are you only speaking your truth so bold? Or are you hurting people too? Or you got yourself spiraling out of control, speaking stuff that you don't even know what the hell you're saying. You're just saying. Truth. Okay? So, so much. So I'm, still in that kind of like, they're like, epiphanies up in the house. I'm still in this, I don't want to say somber. Like, I'm just really like calm. I'm working on my own material harvest. Yes. But so this is about the energy I can give for this video. That is the energy that's in the air right now, and that's it. I'm gonna just end this right here because I got other things to do too. And yes, we must all work on what is for our permanence now, in our now. Never mind before, never mind what once applied. No matter what, even if you are still a part of that life that is dying, okay, that is transiting out, that you're exiting, even if you're still a part of that, you are responsible for the energies that you bring to the table now. You are co-creator of your own current universe. You are a current of energy that is freaking spiraling things into existence. So if you're focused on a life path that no longer applies, even if you still have it going on currently in your now life, then you need to understand that the permanence that you are creating will be done with the energy that you are vibrating. So if you're stuck in your now on a thing from over there that you are like, well, I'm still tied to right now, then that is the energy that you are creating. That is your current now, as it was in the past, as well as your future. So what you are being asked to be more extra mindful of is what energies you are choosing, because it's a choice, to focus on while you heal and deal with the transformations through your initiations and your positive steps forward that you take for yourself in conscious effort and harmony, because every step you take is in full alignment with what you desire, want, need, feel, think, mind, body, heart, and soul. Your mind should align with your heart, and your words and your feels. And if any of those are mismatched in that wheel, then you need to go in to learn your deal, so that all is alchemized, so that your thoughts match your words and your feels and your vibes all the time. I know. It's like, that's a lot of work. Who are you telling? Reflection. Three. Trinity. Coming up. It's coming up to be dealt with, to be faced. Tell yourself the truth. What the hell are you scared of right now? Say it out loud. Write it down. Burn the paper. Do something symbolic. Whatever it is. You can light a match. Burn a candle. Light an incense. Whatever it is that you have to do. Face it. Or it's just gonna follow you everywhere you go. And if you choose that, then own that too. Be like, hey, I choose not to face my fears today. And I'm owning that. Because that's what I want. To each their own. I don't want that shit. Fear no evil. Live instead. The evil is the fear, if you want to look at it like that. No matter what it is. I said I was gonna go, right? Yeah. Here we go. This is asking to be addressed. Your fear of failure. Failure of what? There's a few things coming up. Don't be so stuck on stupid, like, what do I feel? I don't feel nothing. I don't feel no person. Fear love. Fear happiness. Fear success. You can fear making a freaking decision. You can fear making moves. You can fear the dark. You can fear the light. You can fear anything. But is that what you are vibrating into your permanence? Wouldn't it make better sense to just deal so that it does not even have to exist here? Reflect on your real. Be your own best friend. Be most honest with yourself. That's gonna help. Never mind being honest with other people. First, be honest with yourself. Most people lie to themselves. That's why they can lie to other people. When you are able to lie to yourself, you can easily lie to anyone else. Tapping into our creativities through our self intuitions. That is on an all-time high of a rise at this time. Whoa. Yes. Many of you might be experiencing seeing things out of the corner of your eyes, or energies that are around you at this time. Do not fear that either. Do not go immediately, and if you feel that your fears are coming up at that time, that you're experiencing like, oh, it has to be an evil entity or a bad entity, a demon or something like that, or think, you know, oh, at the worst. You go to the worst way of thinking. That's fear-based conditioning that is needing to be addressed. We only fear what we don't know. And again, the fear is in the fear itself. You gotta protect your own, your know, your truth, your growth. Okay? For your ultimate balance. Release what no longer serves you. And if you don't know what that is, meditate on the fire. What passion do you feel? What fire you got burning inside you that is for real?